Guys, it's Toy Hunter Tony here with episode 51 of Behind the Hunt podcast. Hey, this week's episode is going to feature new comic books from 4:30. I know it's a couple of weeks ago, but we're finally getting to it. I just processed last week's book, and then we're going to go get tomorrow's new books. But that's okay. You don't know what came out. It was a huge Mark Spears week. Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness. Now, I know I've told you before, you don't have to collect all the covers, but look at that. Mike and I did want to get the variants of this because we love Mark Spears. So that is three different variants, different color palettes. Is that the right word? And then Thundercats. Look at that. Love it. Green, purple, and then you got foily green, and then you got a virgin variant. Love that one. And then a green virgin variant. And I think one is grimacing. And that one's not. But we really love Mark Spears. If you did not know, he's got a comic book out called Monsters, and it's up to issue number 4. Love that book. You got to get it. You got to read it. I do know they've announced trade paperback, I think, for the first 6 issues, which is the first story arc. And then I know that Free Comic Book Day a couple weeks ago that they had a number 0 in there to give you a little sampling, and that was a really good read. So go back and check that out. So we drank the Kool-Aid. We have bought in on Mark Spears, and I've got some more ratio books for you later. But we did get a whole bunch here. Let me share with you. Between Michael and I, did you guys know Juggernaut? Kid Juggernaut is out. It's hard to explain. Pick that up. It's definitely a good read. And then we did get, I'm going to put my glasses on. I think this is the second print, cover B, DC versus Sonic. That is a beautiful looking Sonic and Flash. Now, I do know that the Speed Force, that the Flash traveled and actually met Sonic, and then Sonic actually appears in the DC universe. So it's kind of cool that they can get to each other's universe. Red Hulk. Gosh, I'm loving this book. This is issue number 3. Now, you do notice there are pricing on here. If you see something that you missed at your local comic shop and they're sold out, we do have these available. Nikki's got these at current price. I guess that's with bag and board and taxes that we paid. Yeah, definitely love that one. But Fantastic Four number 31. Please tell me you've seen Thunderbolts, or as they say, New Avengers. Holy crap, that is awesome. And at the end of that, no spoilers. I can't wait. What do we got? A couple weeks, 4 weeks before? No, we gotta wait. Jeez Louise, we gotta wait a month. That hurt my head. 8 weeks before we see Fantastic Four. Look at this. Hell Hunters. Issue, no, I don't have anything on the back. So I'm trying to read it here without my glasses. You don't care what I look like, do you? Michael, shut up. And he says, like I look like a toe with wrinkles. Thank you, Michael. But look at that, number 5. That's like in the 1940s, World War II, Hell Hunters. Love that one. And then if you tell me you're not loving this, Godzilla versus Spider-Man, and he is possessed by the symbiote. So you have a venomized Godzilla. This is great. This is cover A. Love that one. And then we've got Fantastic Four. This is cover D by Russo. I think Russo. Why do I have to say it with an accent? But I love that connecting covers. It's gorgeous looking. That is cover D. I love that one. And then, more Spider-Man. Godzilla versus Spider-Man. Cover G by Balladari. That one's gorgeous. Kind of looks like from the movie. You know what I mean. Well, I thought that other movie was supposed to come out last Christmas. Why did they delay it for a year? Do you know why? Is it because the voice actor is a jerk to his castmates? Yeah, that's what Michael told me. I'm going to let that cool off. Turned out that he felt that he should be dating his co-star the same way his character is dating in the movie. It doesn't work out because I think she's married. But thanks, Michael, for that tidbit. And then look, this is cover E by Campura. Love that one. Godzilla and some Spider-Man. I do think both Michael and I, I think that's a venomized chest of Godzilla. Look at that. This is cover H by Bradshaw. Love that one. But I was going to say, this one. Michael, I think Michael got every cover too. This is cover B by Greason. foily cover. Look at that. What the hell's Spider-Man going to do to Godzilla anyways? Aggravate him? Squirt some web in his eye? Look at this. This is gorgeous. It's like a cover C, another cover by Bradshaw. Love that one. Wonder if that's a retro one. Looks nice. And then we've got Amazing Spider-Man cover C by G.I.A. Guyer Russo. Love that one. Issue number 3. We're halfway through. Guys, I want to say thanks for tuning in on the weekly podcast. See what we got this week. I know it's hard. I know we were set up in the other corner, but it's been difficult with the new studio set up to try to find the right feel for this. I don't want to just go to showing you covers of books that we got. I like talking about them. Michael's giving me crap. He said I should do a down view to where all you see is this and talk about them. But then you don't get this. You don't get this personal interaction with me. All right, so we got last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. That is issue number 5. Like that one. I love the turtles. And then we've got, I'm just going to do it this way. We got Ultimate Spider-Man cover C, number 16 by Welsh. Nice looking one. I think that's how it's supposed to go, but that's gorgeous. And then we've got, since this is 2 weeks, you don't know who this is, do you? This was a big reveal. This is cover B, dang it, by Sendoral. Like that one. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You're going to have to go pick it up or look it up on the internet because I don't want to be the one that ruins it for you. Red Hulk variant cover C by Gang. Look at that. Love that one. That is gorgeous. And then we've got cover B by Harvey. Look at that. Harvey is my grandfather's name on my mother's side. I miss you, Grandpa. This is Godzilla. Oh, now this is the retro. That is cover F by Ordway, number 7. That is in the style of the original Godzilla miniseries. Here's a fight card version. That is cover D by Garbett. Love that one. And then this is the free previews that comes out. It's free. You got to pick them up at your local comic book stores. And they have first printings, first sightings, of characters. So you never know who's going to hit in here. I think for a bag and board and collecting them, they have a value of $3. But you should go by and check it out. I know you have to pay a couple of bucks if you're going to order previews. We should be doing that. I'm looking around. It's quiet in here. I'm all by myself. Nick or Michael, we should be doing that. We should be getting the previews so we can be 2 months ahead of the game. No. We always fly by the pants of our seat. We don't want to commit. But we got cover D of Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. That is by Bengus. Like that one. That's without my glasses. Beautiful. Are you getting Capcom versus Marvel Fighting Collection? And then what does that look like to you? Does that not look like Final Fantasy from the PlayStation? Love that retro cover. Cover B by Diado. And that is called Lost Fantasy. It's actually pretty good. Hey, we're down to the ratio books of this week. We got a lot of ratio books. But look at that. I love these. These are the inked version. Fantastic Four number 31. It's 1 in 50. Cover T. Look at that. And then we've got some more Mark Spears goodness. This is the 1 in 7 cover Z by Spears. Beautiful. Get my arm out of the way. Plus all that beautiful looking foiliness. And then we got Thundercats, number 15. That other one was 15 also. This is cover ZA. They got so many. They got to go to it again. That is a 1 in 10 variant, like that one. And then we got cover ZC by Spears. Thundercats 15, the 1 in 15. It's a Virgin variant foil. Love that one. We got cover E by Spears. Red Sonja versus Darkness. Like that one. Jeez Louise. Oh, thank goodness. No more Spears stuff. We have got Ultimate Spider-Man. Look at that. I'm not going to reveal it. Maybe next week. On the next week, new books, I'll tell you who that is. But that's Ultimate Spider-Man number 16, cover P by Fabian, 1 in 25. Gorgeous. And then the last two, we're getting down to it. The 1 in 25, cover P by Land. Gorgeous looking Godzilla Spider-Man cover, 1 in 25. And last but not least, it's the 1 in 100, cover Q by Campina. Love that one. It's gorgeous. Godzilla number 1. All right, that wraps up this week's new books. If you saw anything in there you liked, just type claim down in the comments, and we'll get with you. You can message us. Nikki said that he does entertain offers on some of the stuff, but the new books, I think 10% off. All you got to do is like and subscribe. And that's the max discount we've got because profit margin. Yeah, that's why you see all the current pricing on them. Nikki said that we were letting go our new books too cheap and we were losing money. And we can't be, in business if we're losing money. All right, so I'm looking around. I had it set up. Where we're going? Oh, right here. So you got to go to Ollie's. So what I understand is that these are comic book packs. They got new ones in, but it's all like independent stuff that I don't recognize. And I didn't really want to spend, even if it's on sale, $5 for a bunch of indie books that I don't know who they are. And this is the last 3 packs at our Ollie's. And I hadn't seen that. Have you seen that? That is gorgeous. And you can't go wrong for Warlord. And then look at that, Tech World. I think that's by William Shatner and Iron Man. We will do a reveal of these and then a future top 10 coming up. I will set these in queue. And then the other thing that we did get, I think I buried them, but Hot Topic. So Pops, a lot of people are cutting back on their Pop purchasing. So I recommend fine-tuning what you like and what you look for. And you know that we're a big Spider-Man, Venom. That's a Hot Topic variant. It's gorgeous. We'll have that in a future one. And then I can't remember. I think that was it. There was some other stuff, but I'll save it for the next one. Guys, I want to appreciate you guys hanging out with us here at the podcast. All you got to do is reach out to us. You can find us on Instagram, you can TikTok, YouTube, Facebook under Toy Hunters Club, or right here where all podcasts are found. It's weird. I'm talking to myself. There's no one in here. It's very quiet. Reach out, say hi. I really appreciate your support and interaction. We will be going to Acme Comics tomorrow morning for the Battle Beast reveal. We'll share that with you later. Guys, I want to say thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode of Behind the Hunt.